Namaste to one and all, welcome to my channel. Today's video is about the frequently asked questions regarding LOC submission, and it is issued on 13th September 2024 by Sanyam Bharadwaj sir, who is the controller of examinations CBSE, and it is mentioning about issuance of FAQs for timely and accurate submission of LOC 2024 registration. It is mentioned to, it is meant for the principals and heads of the schools, all schools affiliated with the CBSE. Madam or sir, CBSE is making all efforts to streamline the LOC data submission process to ensure that accurate and timely submission of data is done by all affiliated schools. In this regard, circulars dated 4th September, 12th September have been issued. That is regarding LOC submission and LOC and registration. A set of frequently asked questions has been compiled for general queries on the circular. As I have seen, about 46 questions and answers have been given in this circular. These FAQs are designed to assist the schools in navigating the LOC procedures more effectively and to address common queries that may arise. So, key points covered in the FAQs: step by step instructions for data entry, common challenges and their solutions, deadlines and important dates. Deadlines and important dates. The 4th October is the last date. Without fine and with fine, I think that is 5th October to 15th October. As anyway, we can see once more there. Instructions for students and parents and schools. CBSE strongly encourages you to review the attached FAQ carefully and distribute them to the relevant staff members responsible for data submission in your school. By adhering to the guidelines outlined, you will be able to maintain the accuracy and timelines of the LOC data, which is crucial for the effective planning and administration of CBSE Class 10 and 12 examinations 2024-25. So, yes, FAQs are annexed here with. First question, what are the new instructions for the LOC submission? The most important instructions which are to be adhered to by schools while filling the LOC are related to the correct submission of students' data and the subjects offered by them. On these issues, no excuse from the schools will be accepted by the CBSE, and they need to comply with all the directions and submit correct data of students and subjects offered by them. No data will be corrected once LOC is submitted. Second question answer is, if data of any student is submitted wrongly in LOC, how it will be corrected? Correction, if any, will only be made after the result declaration. Once LOC is submitted, no correction will be made to the student data. This data of the students is with the schools from 2 years for class 10 students and 4 years for class 12 students. How mistake could be then committed by the schools? Then third question, if the subjects of any student are submitted wrongly in LOC, how this could be corrected? Subject once submitted in LOC will not be corrected. Students may desire to appear in the subject filled in LOC in the main examination or not. However, CBSE will declare the results as per the examination bylaws of the board. Subjects will only be changed after the conduct of the main examinations, and these students will be allowed to appear in the corrected subject in the supplementary examination. See how serious it is. You cannot change the subject. Subject carefully, you have to write the subject and subject code. Fourth question, what action CBSE is taking to bring important information to the notice of the school's principals, students and parents, etc. The following actions are taken by the CBSE. Detailed circulars with clear instructions are issued. Each week CBSE is issuing reminders. Regional offices are reminding the schools of the correct submission of LOC. Radio program is organized on All India Radio and videos are sent to the schools. What is a LOC submission for class 10 and 12? The list of candidates LOC submission is a mandatory process for schools to register eligible students for class 10 and class 12 board examinations. Only those students whose names are submitted through the online LOC process will be allowed to appear for the examinations in the 2024-25 session. Sixth question, What is the start date and closing date for class 10 and 12 for the submission or list of candidates for session 2024-25. For the session 2024-25, the activity of submission of data of eligible candidates through LOC shall be 5th September, that is Thursday, and the closing date are 4th October 2024. Then 4th October. Then, and schools must complete the submission within the specified schedule as no extensions will be granted. Where is the link available for online submission of the list candidates for session 2024-25? The submission LOC shall be done through the Pariksha Sangam link given on the CBSE website. CBSE website is also given here. Schools must use affiliation number as the user ID to access the portal. Affiliation number. Who is responsible for the correct submission LOC data on the portal? The main responsibility is the principal of the school. However, the following are also involved. Class teachers collecting data of their students, any other officials involved in LOC submission, official responsible for uploading data on the CBSE portal, main official responsible for submission of LOC, any other official as per the requirements of the schools are responsible for the submission of correct data. What are the steps involved in the submission of LOC? Schools have to first register themselves and enter update the information on the IRC's portal, teacher information, student details, statutory compliance, certificates, etc. Then B, thereafter submit the student data on the HPE portal. A registration number will be generated. Keep it safe as it will be required at the time of LOC submission. And C, after completing activities A and B above, they can submit LOC data. As there are any specific instructions for subjects, students and parents regarding LOC submission, yes, schools should hold briefing meetings and issue circulars to inform students and parents about the importance of submitting accurate data, selecting correct subjects, and understanding the consequences of errors. 11th question. What is the importance of convening a meeting before LOC submission? Schools must convene a meeting with all stakeholders involved in the LOC submission process, including parents, students, class teachers, the official responsible for data uploading, and other relevant personnel. This ensures that everyone understands the requirements and procedures, preventing errors during submission. Yes, they are understanding the seriousness of correct data. Then, what are the consequences of incorrect LOC submission? Very important. Incorrect or incomplete data submission may lead to future complications such as students not being allowed to sit for examinations or errors in result declaration. No changes will be permitted after the final submission. No subject will be changed after submission of a LOC. And students will decide to appear or not to appear in the main examination in the subjects filled in the LOC. Any change, if so, students will only be allowed to appear in the supplementary examinations, and the result of main examination will be declared as per examination bylaws. 13th question. Which students can sponsor for examination 2024-25 through the list of candidates? While filling up LOC, principal or schools should ensure that candidates sponsored are their own regular and bona fide students only. No bona fide student's name is left unsponsored. Students are not from any unauthorized or unaffiliated schools. The students have passed class 9 and class 11 from a recognized school or board for appearing class 10 and class 12 respectively. Students are not registered with any other school education board in addition to CBSE. The students are eligible to appear in the board's examinations for classes 10 and 12 as per the provisions of examination bylaws. In the case of students of class 12, it is essential to confirm that they have passed their class 10 examination from a recognized school or a school education board only. Then what should be the sanctioned section strength as prescribed or permitted by the board for schools? In a section, 40 students are allowed, and the section teachers ratio is 1:1.5. Further, the number of sections cannot exceed the number permitted by the board. However, section strength up to 45 students per section has been permitted by the board for 3 years only, that is 2024, 25, 26, on account of transfer of the parents from one station to another, and the students are likely to join in a class in mid session, and students who fall under essential repeat category. However, these exceptions shall be available on the case-to-case basis. Refer to circular CBSE bar AFF bar circular 135755 bar 2024 bar 310 dated 31st May 2024. Web link also given there. Then 15th question, what relaxation is extended to CWSN's candidates during submission of LOC? Then the board is extending several exemptions, concessions to candidates with disabilities as defined in the Rights of Persons with Disabilities Act 2016. In this context, the schools may refer to the communications available on the link. As the category of CWSN school students shall be carefully selected and submitted in the LOC to ensure that applicable relaxations during the conduct of examinations can be provided to these students in an automated manner. Schools will ensure that the names of all such students are sponsored by taking necessary action and approvals. Requests from the schools and students will not be accepted once the student is over and LOC is submitted. What is the user ID for registration process to proceed for online submission of LOC? Schools will use the affiliation number as user ID already available to them. What are the guidelines for naming students in the OASIS portal? Schools must ensure that the full names of all teachers are filled in the OASIS portal without abbreviations. Salutations or prefixes should not be included with the names. What is the procedure if the password is not received by the newly affiliated schools? The newly affiliated schools that have not received their password or instructions should contact the concerned regional office of the CBSE for obtaining the same. Upon receiving the password, the schools are advised to change the password for future use and keep it confidential to avoid misuse. Maintaining the safety of the password shall be the sole responsibility of the schools. 19th question. What steps should be considered while finalizing the data of LOC? First, schools have to finalize LOC data only when they have first submitted data on the HPE portal. Then the link of HPE portal is available on the CBSE website. A confirmation number will be generated after the successful filling of data on the HPE portal. Then the confirmation number should be kept safe for future reference by the school. 20th question. What are the steps to follow for uploading photographs of the candidates? There are two methods, single as well as multiple. Single photo scanning method. Scan the photograph of the candidate and save it as IPG file. Please ensure that the size of photo is passport size within 40 KB limit. Save the photograph with the registration number of the candidate. Collect all photographs in one folder. Go to CBSE website and log in registration or LOC portal. Go to photo upload option. Select the class for which the photograph is to be uploaded and generate a list. Click on the browse button provided against each candidate. Select the photograph from the folder and click on the upload button. Repeat the above step until all photos are uploaded. Multiple photo scanning method. Ensure that all photos are of the same size. Draw boxes for 04 or 05 photos in a row on the plain paper and paste photos in the boxes and scan the page. Now open the scanned IPG file in photograph or paint or any image editing software. Resize the complete image to 1500 into 1200 and select one candidate's photo from the scanned image by image selection tool and copy it by using Ctrl plus C is Control C. Then open a new file in the image editor and paste the selected photograph. Save the new file as IPG file in the photograph folder. Name this file on the candidate's registration number. Repeat this step for all photographs available in the sheet. Go to the CBSE website and log in registration or LOC portal. Go to the photo upload option. Select the class for which photograph is to be uploaded and generate the list. Click on the Browse button provided against each candidate. Select the photograph from the folder and click on the Upload button. Repeat the above step until all photos are uploaded. As per Annex E A bar clause 2 of circular number dated 4th September 2024, the number has been given. That is 2000 LOC CBSE bar LOC bar 10 and 12. 10 bar 10-12 bar 2024-25 bar 7667 bar E file 163685. Photos must be taken within the last 6 months. What actions has to be taken by the schools who have not uploaded the photographs of their students in the class 10 and 11 9 and 11 registration? Schools who had not uploaded the photographs of their students in class 9 and 11 registration shall have to upload the same before the final submission of LOC. Newly affiliated schools shall also have to upload photographs of their bona fide students. The correct procedure for uploading the photograph is given Annexure E of the LOC circular dated 4th September 2024. The schools will also ensure that the correct photograph of each student has been uploaded. 22nd question. Whether registered students or student of class 9 and 11 who moved out, transferred from the school, their details should be deleted from the existing data. Schools are advised to delete students who have moved out of the school due to transfer or other reason. Schools can add students who have been admitted to the school in class 10 and 12 under the direct admission category only after obtaining due approval from the concerned regional office as per the board's rule. So they should get the permission from direct admission category after getting approval from the regional office. 23rd question. Whether school can demand ITR or other income proof etc. from parents. Many organizations and states are awarding school scholarships based on the financial status of the students. Schools should not admit ITR, income tax return file, or other income proof etc. from parents. Accordingly, information about the annual income of the parents may be collected as given them. 24th question. What are the important points which should be ensured by the school while uploading data of the list of candidates? Ensure the spelling of the name of the student, mother, father, guardian is correct, and the data of birth of the date of birth of the student is correct as per the admission and withdrawal register maintained by the school. Next important point is subject combinations and subject codes are chosen correctly and carefully as per the scheme of studies, especially in the following subjects. Then in class 10, Hindi, yes, examples have been given here. Hindi A, Hindi B, Urdu. Yes, Urdu, here examples means that maybe some confusion regarding A and B. What is a code number? Urdu A and B, mathematics, standard and basic, English communication, English literature, Sanskrit also literature and Sanskrit communicative. The same way class 12 also regarding Hindi, English, Sanskrit, Urdu and mathematics. Go through the code number and submit the data. The refer scheme of students for details and for obtaining valid subject combination is class 10 Annexure F, G and H, and class 12 Annexure I, J and K. Whether partial data of students for class 10 and 12 is permitted in the LOC portal? No. Details of all students should be submitted only in one lot for each fee slab. Partial submission data will be not allowed in a fee slab. Important, in each slot, only one list of the students will be accepted. 25th question. Whether partial data of students for class 10 and 12 is permitted in the LOC portal? No. Details of all students should be submitted only in one lot for each fee slab. Important, in each slot, only one list of the students will be accepted. What steps should be schools take for students seeking direct admission in class 10 and 12? Schools must obtain due approval from the concerned regional office for students seeking direct admission in class 10 and 12 before LOC submission. This is applicable for students who are not in the school in the previous academic session and have been admitted in the middle of the session. Then 27th question, whether correction window in the uploaded data will be made available by CBSE? No. Window for correction in the uploaded data will be made available. The correct LOC data or filling of LOC is the responsibility of the concerned school or students or parents. So, no means for correction of data once it is uploaded. Whether the link for submission of the online form for private or second chance compartment candidates will be made available separately. Yes, the link for submission of online form for private or second chance compartment candidates will be made available separately. Then 29th question, what is the exact closing timeline for online submission of a list of candidates session 24-25? The online submission shall be at 11:59 midnight on the designated last dates. Schools are therefore advised to complete the online submission of LOC well in time to avoid the possibility of slow connection or failure to connect to the server on account of heavy load on the internet on the ultimate day or because of any other reason. Is there any extension of the last date provided for submission of a list of candidates session 2024-25? The last date for each activity is fixed on no extension will be made on the last date. Hence, schools are requested to complete the activity within the scheduled date and time. 31st question. What are the consequences if the school fails to submit the LOC on time? Failure to submit the LOC within the schedule will lead to students not being allowed to appear for the board examinations. No excuses for late submission will be accepted and the principal will be held responsible for any lapses. Is any request for a change of subject or admission in class 10 and 12 will be considered after submission of the list of candidates session 2024-25. After submission of LOC, no request for change of subject or admission classes 10 and 12 and concessions for CWSN shall be considered by the board. What are the major common mistakes committed by schools concerned? Submitting incorrect data and subjects of the students, number one. Second one, not submitting LOC at all. Third one, all the students are not sponsored and at a later stage request is made to the CBSE. Fourth one, providing direct submission without the approval of CBSE. Giving various excuses like because of the demise of the uncle of the clerk or assigned the duty of submitting data left to the station without any information to the principal. The teacher responsible for LOC submission was not well and hence missed LOC submission. LOC submission was not well and hence missed the LOC submission, etc. No excuses will be accepted by the CBSE. The wrong category of the students is submitted. Before submission of LOC, Annexure B of LOC should be taken into consideration. Data of the two same name students is submitted wrongly. So, the wrong category of the students is submitted before submission of LOC. Annexure B of LOC should be taken into consideration. The last point is that data of the two same name students is submitted wrongly. 34th question, is it mandatory to fill in data on the IRCS portal? Yes, it is mandatory to complete or update IRCS data before submission of LOC. Schools are expected to keep their data on the IRCS portal updated at all times. However, once again the school may complete or update the information on the IRCS portal before finalization of their LOC or data. 35th question, what is the prescribed syllabus and scheme of studies for examinations 2024-25? The board has prescribed a scheme of studies which is available in the curriculum on the link. This link is given for secondary and senior secondary classes. Schools are required to offer the subjects in accordance with the scheme of studies only. Subject combinations against the policy or scheme of studies of the CBSE will not be accepted by the board. Then, what is the 36th question. What is the mode of fee payment with respect to the online submission of LOC? Fees for all activities are accepted only through the following digital payment modes by CBSE. In India, that is debit card, credit card, NEFT or RTGS. Foreign countries, debit card, credit card and SWIFT only. Then fee cannot be paid using demand drafts and checks. What should be done in case of non-updation of fees on the server due to technical problems? In case of bank-related transactions or non-updation of fees on the server, the school should contact the respective bank through which payment was made. Contact details of banks are given on the CBSE website. Generally, banks shall be requiring the following information to resolve the issue of non-updation of fees. Hence, be kept ready before getting in touch with the banks. What are the mode of payment? Fee reference number, amount deposited, dated deposit, branch where amount was deposited, bank reference number, transaction ID as reflected in bank account and your contact number. What is the fee detail for LOC for class 10 and 12 2024-25 for Indian candidates? 1500 per candidates for 5 subjects and 300 per subject per candidates for additional subjects without late fee up to 4th October. Then what are the fees details for LOC for class 10 and 12 2024 for other countries than India? 10,000 per candidates for 5 subjects. Then 2,000 per subjects per candidates for additional subjects without late fee, that is 4th October 2024. Last late fee of 2,000 per candidates in addition to the normal fee from 5th October to 15th October 2024. Then what are the fee details for LOC for class 12 2024-25 for practical subjects? This is for class 12 only. 150 per practical subject per candidates for schools in India and Nepal. 350 per practical subject per candidates for schools abroad. What is the procedure to obtain migration certificate? CBSE will not issue a hard copy of the migration certificate as a compulsory practice from the current year. As per the need, students can apply online after the result declaration to obtain the same. However, a soft copy of the migration certificate will be made available immediately after the result declaration for class 12 students in their digit locker. Then 42nd question. What are the categories of students which should be mentioned by the schools in LOC? Regular candidates category FS, then fail or essential repeat category ER, then improvement of performance category I. Then for detailed information, please go through the annexure B of LOC circular 4th September 2024. 43rd question. What are the steps to follow for addition of a candidate while filling up LOC? Transfers from the CBSE affiliated schools, transfer from schools not affiliated CBSE direct, improvement of performance who have qualified or passed class 10 and 12 and will be appearing for improvement of performance in all the subjects, improvement. Those who have not qualified class 10 and 12 previously and will be appearing as regular candidates by repeating in all the subjects again, essential repeat. Then what steps should be mentioned while finalizing the data of LOC? Finalization data means no more correction, deletion, addition in the data which have been submitted till date. That is, data submitted shall be deemed as error-free and final. 40 is. Then fee shall be applicable as per fee schedule. That is a date on which the data is finalized is taken for fee calculation. After finalization data, addition of more candidates is possible provided the data for submission details is within the schedule and the fee shall have to be remitted as per the fee schedule. 45th question. What is the process to print the final list of LOC for class 10 and 12? Schools shall take printouts of the final list of candidates submitted. Final list has a provision for printing candidates' details. The final list cannot be generated without the submission of fee details. Second point, the school shall obtain the signature of the mother, signature of father and the signature of the candidate to confirm the name. Father name, mother's name are correct. Third point, the heading of this list will be final list of candidates for class 10 or 12. The printer settings may be set for A4 size paper with landscape printing with all side margins set to 0.25. Obtain signatures of candidates on the final list. Then last question, what principal should do to ensure the timely submission of LOC? The principal should seek the report from the concerned teacher or official each day from 5 days before the last date about the status of the submission of LOC and fee payment. So that way 46 frequently asked questions have been answered by sir. And here most often what are the frequent doubts or majority of the doubts can be cleared by this. I just read it. That is why these circulars have been like this way. No, the podcasting or this way we are speaking out. The reason is that it is very difficult to read out all the things through mobiles, or yes, it is difficult to read. So that is why this way you can listen, and wherever it is necessary you can pause and listen. So as you used to say, this is the way we are utilizing your videos. Yes, thank you all. Thank you for your support. Yes, and do the things properly in time, accurate data, timely data. Before, several days before itself, you complete that. And all the best, dear teachers, students, parents, and all officials. Thank you all.